This is The Gist, the essential podcast for the discerning listener.
Welcome to The Gist. It is Sunday, June 28th, 2026. I'm John.
And I'm Mary. We are your smart friends on the go. Let's get right to the gist for you.
Today, we are looking at the United States and Iran. On June 17th, the Trump administration and Tehran signed an MOU, that is a Memorandum of Understanding. Basically, it is a non-binding roadmap to negotiate a future treaty.
They carved out a 60-day window to try and end hostilities. To make this work, the United States Treasury issued a 2-month license. Iran can now produce and sell oil. Buyers will not face United States penalties.
So, who benefits here? In the short term, global energy flows stabilise. The United States avoids a broader collapse in the Middle East. But look at the resource flows. Look at who pays the price.
The big losers are the global banks. They are facing severe compliance whiplash. The law firm Gibson Dunn calls it a head-spinning situation.
Think of a major bank like a giant cargo ship. It takes a long time to turn. Banks need predictable rules. If they violate United States sanctions, they pay massive financial penalties.
Exactly. Now, Washington is treating economic sanctions like a light switch. They are flipping it on and off for short-term deals. Global lenders now have to price United States foreign policy as a volatile risk rather than a stable baseline.
Moving to the global overview. Let's stick with United States politics. We used to think moderate politicians were stabilising things.
Not quite. The Democratic Party is locked in a fierce power struggle. The moderate wing and the Democratic Socialist wing are still fighting for dominance. The ideological battle is far from over.
Meanwhile, local United States governments are stepping in to tackle economic inequality. High schools are changing their graduation rules.
Bloomberg reports 39 United States now require a personal finance course to graduate high school. Back in 1998, only one state did this. With wealth inequality soaring, basic financial literacy is becoming a baseline survival skill for teenagers.
Speaking of survival skills, let's talk about artificial intelligence and the police. Have you heard of Axon Enterprise?
They are the giant American tech company behind police body cameras and non-lethal weapons like tasers. According to the Wall Street Journal, Axon is going all in on artificial intelligence.
They are tying their market value and their executive pay directly to artificial intelligence solutions for law enforcement. They want to use artificial intelligence to optimize public safety operations and even recruit officers.
The incentive is clear. Police departments have budget gaps and staffing shortages. Axon wants to sell them an artificial intelligence lifeline. The money will flow directly to the tech companies that can automate police work.
Let's turn to the European perspective. We are broadcasting from Germany today, but let's start with our neighbours across the Channel.
The United Kingdom-Australia Free Trade Agreement is hitting British farmers hard. Post-Brexit rules are phasing in tariff-free agricultural imports.
The Guardian reports British beef farmers are losing about £400 per animal to cheaper Australian meat. For context, a single animal normally sells for £2,000 to £3,000 wholesale.
That is a massive margin collapse for the local farmers. But here's the power analysis. Are everyday consumers saving money at the grocery store?
Nope. United Kingdom retail beef prices have not really dropped. The middlemen, the supermarkets and distributors, are pocketing the difference.
Concentrated local producers take the shock. The intermediaries capture the profit. And it creates a huge risk for the state. Offshoring your baseline meat production makes the national food supply incredibly fragile during a crisis.
Back here in Germany, the political tone is shifting ahead of the upcoming NATO summit. Foreign Minister Johann Wadeful spoke to the broadcaster ZDF. He is a member of the CDU, which is Germany's centre-right conservative party.
Waitful says Europe must take on significantly more military responsibility. The United States is moving its strategic focus away from Europe and toward the Pacific. Europe has to step up its own defence. The defence budgets have to stay local.
Further east, the pressure is mounting. Today, June 28th, President Vladimir Putin vowed to secure Russia's borders. This follows a recent spike in Ukrainian airstrikes.
Finally, let's talk about the weather. It is brutal out there. Record temperatures are pushing past 40 degrees Celsius. That is over 104 degrees Fahrenheit. The Guardian reports this massive heatwave is moving east into Poland and Czechia.
It proves a core point. Europe needs to fund physical climate resilience right now. We cannot just rely on mitigation, which means trying to cut future emissions. The heat is already here. We have to adapt our infrastructure today.
Time for the sign-off. Today's global temperature? Volatile, but adjusting. From Washington treating sanctions like a transactional light switch to British supermarkets quietly pocketing trade margins, the lesson is clear. Those who control the choke points, whether it is banking compliance, food distribution or police tech, capture the real value. Meanwhile, Europe is waking up to the hard reality of funding its own defence and adapting to a physically hotter continent.
If you enjoyed having us as your smart friends on the go today, come join us over on the Gist's daily newsletter. It is completely free and the subscribe link is right there in your show notes.
Thanks for listening. We will catch you next time.
The Gist, News Digest, and podcast are entirely written and produced by artificial intelligence. The Gist is out 3 times a day, every day, providing you with a liberal perspective on what to expect next. For more information and donations, visit thegist.online. Thank you for listening.